How can we look at a world that is created with such diversity, such beauty all around us, such detail, and deny that we are not created in that same image to love beauty, to be creative, to express ourselves in that way? I think most people are amazed when they really start watching and seeing what's involved in actually making a handmade suit, trousers, vest, coat. Well, tailoring is definitely an artisan trade, and my master and many from his generation would have said it's a perfect balance of art and science. But I think it's more art than science, in fact. You are taking an individual body form and you are making a thumbnail sketch out of cloth. You're putting it on him, you're shaping it, sewing it, forming it, and then you're not just putting together a stock article of clothing, you're styling it the way he wants it as well. And you want to help him, and the science comes in too of trying to cover the flaws in the person, whether he has low or high waist or sloping shoulders or a little stooped, and so we try to enhance the body, so you have that going on too. It's definitely what I would consider a textile art. Everything is involved, from weaving the cloth, cutting it, sewing it, and finishing it. Yeah, the trade will die if we don't share it, so that's why I'm adamant about teaching and sharing. We should teach what we know. We have to teach what we know, or it will not survive. I am passionate about teaching. I try to keep alive the knowledge passed down to me from my master and what he learned from his master. So I always try to have someone doing an apprenticeship, whether it's short-term, long-term. The old school of thought was to do 4 or 5 years, usually 4, in tailoring, and then another 2 to 3 years in cutting, pattern making, etc. But the generations don't have that kind of time to devote, nor do they have that kind of time to be without income. So the old apprenticeship model is hard to do. One of the news groups recently did a documentary on a tailor in New York, and he was born in Jamaica, and he's the last tailor, and a bunch of us tailors just laughed because it's like, he's not the last tailor. They just don't know where we are. I'm just a poor country tailor. I'm even more of a rare breed because I'm in my 50s, and most tailors in the last 20 years have died off, are in their 70s, 80s, and my generation wasn't into learning the trade, so there are very few of us my age. And those who are younger probably took the path of fashion, although there's still a lot of people in different countries doing it. It's not here like it was. In the 50s, I believe, and maybe into the early 60s, it was one of the largest industries in the country. Not so now. I believe that we are created to be creative.